Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really have an important subject, which is talking about how important it is to consider a different style of practice than W-2. W-2 seems like, it's so easy, right? It's so straightforward. It's what we do right when we get out of school. It's what we do anytime when we graduate high school. A lot of people just think that's the only form of practice that there is. And so they live their life and they do W-2, and a lot of times they stay in these same positions at these same locations or similar locations because that is comfortable to them. And that is fine, except that you really can't attain financial security that way. A lot of people will pay you just enough to get by, just enough to keep you, and threaten you basically with benefits, because if you leave, right, you and your family don't have benefits. So it makes it seem like, wow, this is the only way to do this, is to be W-2. But I'm letting you know, honestly, this is not the only way to do this. 1099 is a better way. It's just that we're not taught this. When physicians graduate from medical school, they get an entire semester of career type practice growth information. They're taught how to create their business, how to get an LLC. They're taught negotiation strategies. They're taught contract information, how to create contracts so that it's fair, how to look at contracts. Whenever we get hired, we've got a contract, right? Well, you will have a contract if you're W-2 because you're going to have to go get credentialed. Takes 3 months to get credentialed. So we all have contracts, whether we're W-2 or 1099. Honestly, 1099 is not a far cry from W-2, honestly, except that we get to make about a third more money, and then we get to keep about half of what we're paying right now in taxes. So if you do the math on that, you will see that it's a no-brainer to be a 1099 tax status. The only thing is, nobody really, it seems very mysterious. Nobody really teaches this. But, for years and years, I've had friends that I have taught how to do this. I teach them how to self-market, which is very easy to do. I've taught them how to look to find the jobs that can also be 1099. Taught them where those are located, because it's not straightforward. It's not like looking on Indeed and just waiting. It's like waiting for a house to come available when you're shopping for a house. That's not how 1099 job shopping is. It's not like W-2. 1099 jobs shopping is more like, you think of what kind of work do you like to do? What kind of settings do you like to be in? Or do you think you might like to be in? And then make a list of those things, and then look on a map around you, and then market yourself to those people, and then go talk to them. But see, honestly, unless you know somebody who's like a girlfriend who can tell you yeah, this is what you need to do, then it makes it really hard to do it. And so that is why I created the 1099, nurse practitioner, physician assistant, and also CRNA. It's a 1099 class. It teaches you as an advanced practice provider how to go forward and develop your business, develop your marketing. You can I really recommend you work at more than one location, because then you get so much leverage with your rate. Honestly, have you noticed how people who stay in the same job, they're making the same amount of money they were making a long time ago, maybe a little bit more. They say, well, I'm vested with my retirement, but really and truly they're not. Yeah, they're getting 3%, 5%. They're getting a little bit, but when you compare that to the money you make as a 1099, it doesn't even compare. So it's better to be 1099, because then you're putting your own money in retirement. That's another thing I teach. I have financial advisors in my course, but I'm just telling you, you just open an account with Vanguard or Fidelity when you're going 1099, and you make it so that that is going to be a huge tax deduction, and that is going to reduce your taxable income. So basically, instead of, you know, your W-2 boss putting money in your retirement, instead of that, you've set up an account, you're working for yourself, you're at work, you're doing the same work, but your tax status is different. And that's how you present it, so it's not threatening to who you're going to go work for. And then you put the money in your retirement, and that way you're not paying as much taxes. So it boils down to, who do you want to give the money to? Do you want to give the money to your future self, or do you want to give your money to Uncle Sam? I mean, so that's kind of what it boils down to. But really, there's another aspect, and that is personal freedom, personal happiness, self-direction. You know, so when you take my class, which, you know, we now have 31 PA CME credits for, and we have 31, it's AANA, but it's the equivalent of the credits you need as a nurse practitioner. I've taught many nurse practitioners and physicians this course, and they've all gotten their 31, oh, I'm sorry, it's 28 CME credits. So, you know, so you get that anyway, which is nice. But really the reason you're taking this class is so you can have personal freedom, be with your kids when they have a play, or when your daughter wants to go try on wedding dresses and you can only do that in the middle of the week. You know, there's so much you can only do at certain times, and then you're missing out. So I encourage you to consider the 1099 lifestyle. People who do it, they never go back. And you think it sounds really complicated, but it's not. You just need a mentor, somebody to help you do it, somebody to show you how to get it done. And it seems it is very front loaded, but once you go through all the steps, and I take you through 10 units of online class, teaching you all of those steps, and then I'm available to you, you can reach out to me, and I mentor. So, you know, so that gets you to where you want to go. So you're making the money you want to make. You're being challenged. You can change your, you know, there's so many aspects of lines of work as a nurse practitioner and a physician assistant. Well, it's just like CRNAs. We can work in all different kinds of areas. And so can you guys. We're all advanced practice providers. So, you know, why wouldn't anybody have the freedom of 1099? But I know the reason why, and it's really a lack of knowledge. So I hope that, like about 800 other advanced practice providers before you, I hope that I can help you do what is right for you and your family. I hope you can at least be open-minded to get in there and learn how to do it, and to help you make that decision. You know, the class is not super cheap, but I'm going to tell you, it has got the biggest return on investment you'll get than anything else. I mean, it is the only form of this type of business education that is available out there, that is straightforward and easy to make your goals happen. So if you are interested in making a move in your life, we have just gotten the credits, the accreditation. So because of that, we are celebrating. And I'm passing some of that celebration on to you guys. I'm taking $300 off. And what it is 3 monthly payments of, it's a little less than $500 each payment, but the first payment is only going to be $200. And that's just for 3 months. You have 1 year of access to me and my course. And I help you get to where you need to be. I have Q&As, and also we have presenters. And, you know, and then you can email me and reach out if you ever want to get together and chat about your particular situation and break down where are the workplaces for you, or whatever your question is. So anyway, it's a really good deal for what you get. And I just wanted to let you know it's available. So thank you guys so much for joining. I was going to do this on, you know, using a PowerPoint, but if you look through this community, you will see that PowerPoint. But I wanted to give you a different perspective today. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about what, what freedom is as an advanced practice practitioner. And what it is not is somebody who is beholden to anyone as a W-2 employee. That is so suffocating. So I know that's how I felt, and I just wanted to be free of that. So as a 1099er, you can work your job and you can do it in a different way than you're doing it now, or the same way. But you're not going to be kowtowing to a physician just because that's your W-2 employee. Another thing that my class has done that I did not really intend for it to do is it created so much autonomy and feelings of independence and uplift in the people who have taken my course that that actually they have moved on to setting up their own practices in ways that they never even thought was possible. So you can do it. You can actually develop your professional autonomy in a way that you haven't dreamed of. So if you're interested in doing it, I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the course down below. So you can just click on it. And if you have any questions, do ask, reach out. And I'm going to look in the chat and see if there's any. But if you guys have any questions. So I don't usually do these on my phone, but this was the only way to do it because my computer is kind of acting up right now. I think we had some weather. So anyway, but if y'all have any questions about moving from W-2 to 1099, you can just type them out. And if not, then look down below for the link. And when you go onto that link, you'll be able to download a freebie that I made for you that really goes into detail of what you can look forward to when you're 1099. But don't forget, it's about money and it's also about time. Time is currency. So it's also about learning. Don't be afraid to learn business. It will help you in every aspect of your life. I just wanted to mention before I go, one of the things I teach is this fabulous way of budgeting. And so, if you end up saying, you know what, I just have to do this, stay W-2, I know you won't. No one does when they take my class. But if you did, you'd still learn the best way of budgeting. So, but anyway, check you guys soon. I'll be in again to chat with you guys. It is really my honor and privilege to speak with you guys today. So thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Take care.